YouTube, what's up? Good morning, good morning. Welcome back. Pastor is late. So it's 9:24 a.m. and I have a few, right? ENVB, WLGS, IFBD, and I'll check to see if there's anything else that's looking decent. Boom. I'll post that to YouTube as well. There we go. And the alert section. I'll get my level 2 up top in place here in a sec. All right, there we go. Yeah, these are the few that I think are looking decent. So IFBD. There it is. WLGS. ENVB. And I usually like to drag my screen over just a little bit to get more space. So that's good. Okay, so it is a little late. I'm going to look at a quick couple of trend lines here and get myself going. So WLGS, we got pre-market highs 236, not bad. It seems like it's been stair-stepping up. I do see that on the daily chart. We have 290 for the 200 EMA, which is right there. 290. Get these levels mapped out. I'm not too fussy to trade the first few minutes. You know, we've been seeing a lot of slower price action the last couple of weeks into the open, so I'll take my time. 322 is also another level that is there if we go back a couple of weeks. That's the high point on May 10th, and then before that we have 509 and 590. That's interesting levels. I think that's a great target for this one. If it does get going and is really strong, you know, 590 on the daily chart. So not bad. That's WLGS. We'll see what the other ones are looking like now. So ENVB, you know, and also in terms of which one is going to be the most obvious, right? I think it might be WLGS, right? ENVB, if we come down a little bit on the list, this one is up 46%. You know, 3 million shares of volume, 1.9 million shares in the float. There is a stock that's below $1, ICU, that some people might be watching at. Let's see. Well, selling off. I'm gonna put this up here. CWD. Just in case that one becomes a surprise mover later into the day. But anyhows, ENVB 237 pre-market highs. This one I did trade, you know, in the past, but that it was a while ago when the stock was a little bit more expensive. The 200 EMA on the daily is at 748. The low of the pullback is very low. It's all the way down here to 188. I'd hope we wouldn't pull back that low, of course, but we're kind of in the middle. Can we continue to consolidate and get over this double top? Because earlier we did have a high of about 237. In terms of potential resistance, is there anything here that we want to definitely, you know, keep an eye out for? ENVB. It doesn't seem so, but let's double check. As the 2-minute warning is going off. Let's double check. It doesn't seem so. You know, 320, we had a bit of a triple top. 320 and 428 are levels I'll put. We'll see if it does get up there. 428 and 320. All right, so that's ENVB. You know, we'll see what it does. Right now, it's just a little sideways. I think, again, WLGS might be the best one to watch into the open. IFBD. selling off. We had a high of 213, and right now it's been pulling back, lows here around 140. So this one really and truly has to just curl back up. The 200 is at 151, and it seems like we had a couple of candles that also rejected this area here not so long ago. So hopefully it can have support down here and curl back up, if not to the depths. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see. How is this other one looking? CWD. Maybe I'll switch this out for CWD. This one was kind of in play yesterday. It's curling up a little bit, so we'll see. It's on the scans, right? So CWD a little bit more expensive, but we'll see. We'll see what it does. We had 930, and this one looks like it's a recent IPO. Yesterday's high was at 880. So let's see what it does. Maybe it's, maybe it'll be on to something here. Yesterday we did see a few halts. It's already getting halted up, so not bad. That will provide an opportunity potentially on the resumption. By the way, for our disclaimer, right? Remember that day trading is risky. Remember that a lot of traders are having a hard time and are struggling. So if you're new to the markets, it's best to trade in a simulator before putting actual cash on the line. At the very least, use risk money that if you lose it all right here, right now, does not affect your livelihood or your lifestyle. Other than that, remember that my results are not typical, and do not blindly copy me. You have to understand the strategy for yourself. Lastly, I do not invest money for my subscribers, so be very careful with any accounts reaching out to you. I generally don't reach out to people first, so keep that in mind. I will never ask for personal information, nor will I ever ask for money. As WLGS seems to be moving up a little bit. Low of the current candle is 20, and we got a high of 31. So it's making some new highs. It's a little jumpy, but moving up nevertheless. Low at 20. No, we're not seeing the bounce, so I'm right back out there. It looks like this one might be struggling, but still holding up. 11 though. It made a new low of 11. When I ask for something more decisive, that's exactly what I want to see actually. More decision, right? Something more firm in one direction. But of course, we want to see the bounce after this type of drop here at VWAP. VWAP at 14. So far, it's holding up, but we'll see. The other one, resumption, is at 35.23. It looks like Save already took a trade in there, up 2,200 already. CWD, 3K position. Nicely done. So WLGS, it's curled back up. It's reminding me of the one yesterday. So maybe I need to get a little bit more active here. Low is 11 though, so definitely got to be careful. I could always watch Hive Day entries. The 1 minute candle to make the new high, kind of having a hard time. Two minutes for CWD. High of 28, low of 22 here. We're making new highs, pushing up. Remember yesterday I wasn't green on that stock in the beginning because it was moving like this exactly, right? So if we can get something else that's a little decisive, whether it's up or down, but do not want to really overtrade the sideways churn that we're seeing around 25 and 30. I don't think there's enough range. There are some buyers there. Oh, we see a new high. Oh, well, it's holding, it's trying, and it's failing. Okay. I thought it sold through, is why I sold the first time, but it actually held. A minute to the resumption, or less than a minute. This one is tricky. When it pulls away, it should be better. Let's get ready for the resumption here. Hopefully it doesn't pull away as we're trading the resumption, because sometimes that happens and you miss the trades. So we're halted at 11:37. We got about 30 seconds. 11:37. This is all blue sky setup here. I only got 1,000 shares. I'm gonna feel it out, and then we'll see. 5, 4, 3. Here we go. CWD 11:37. Is it a 10-minute? It looks like it's a 10-minute. WLGS again, waiting for it to pull away. So it looks like CWD halted for 10 minutes. $42. Come on, can we see 50? ENVB starting to come alive. ENVB might be the one here. Oh, yes, it is. I didn't expect that type of aggression. Wow. Right through the pre-market highs. Did not expect that type of aggression there. So that's good. Now, what's the time looking like? Because we don't want it to resume the same time as the other one, right? It doesn't look like it will. Okay. And I had it off screen the entire time. Wow. Yeah. We'll see how this does. Only a small trade in there. I thought I made more though. I'm not sure what my fills should have been up at least 200, I thought, 10 cents, but maybe not. Or like 150. But okay. Resumption, CWD will be at 40 and 23 seconds. So we got about 3 minutes. Hindsight's 2020. If I knew it was gonna do that, I'd just buy 10,000 shares and hold, right? We all would, I guess. WLGS, I'm still waiting for it to pull away. If it doesn't pull away, I feel like it's just a little too choppy for me. But has potential. So CWD, let's get this one on screen again because the resumption is actually coming up. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up, and of course, if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. We go live every weekday morning around 9:15 a.m. Although granted, today we were a little on the later side. We got about a minute and a half to this resumption. All this waiting. We are seeing a wedge here. Is this worth it for WLGS? It's still a little up and down, but maybe it pulls away here, right? This maybe the area of volume comes in. A minute to go to the resumption. A minute to go. Hopefully doesn't again break out as we're getting this resumption here. That's how you definitely miss trades, potential trades. So we're halted 11:37. Blue skies are in effect. You know, how far will this go? I have some share size because why not? But we'll see what it does. Just 1,000 shares though. There will be a lot of risk here. I could easily lose 50 cents and be down 500. But if that happens, that's all right. I'm okay with the risk here. 11:37. 5, 4, 3. Here we go. Really? That's all I've made there, right? Okay, wow. I don't know why I thought that was like $1 a share trade. Mhm. It's volatile, all right. The other one, ENVB. I'll switch gears. 42 and 15 seconds. CWD still in play, but I don't like the spreads there. I'll have to be using limit orders or offsets to at least be able to do anything. And it seems like it's struggling. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. ENVB. 30 seconds. $15. 5, 4. Here we go. 252 to halt level. Panic. We're seeing a lot of weakness. I'm gonna size down for now. Seeing a lot of weakness. Halt down is at $2. Yeah, we might have to wait till 10 o'clock or something because this is not good. All three of them having a hard time. CWD halted down. This one pulled back. WLGS also struggling, still down and sideways. Not great. I was hoping one of them would pull away, and so we're kind of 0 for 3. So that's telling me, hey, Relentless, size down, just take it easy, and wait for better momentum. It's curling back up a little bit, but we'll see. Low is 0.3. Nope. Let's give it some more time. We need a proper pattern here, though. I'll give it some time. We need a proper pattern. We don't need to be over trading price action. GSIT. Let's take a look. Well, it's kind of down on the daily chart. If more volume gets into it, maybe. But we made the new high at 448. This is one to keep an eye on, though. I'll put it up here. I don't know how serious it'll be for now, but at least for tomorrow. ALIM, also another one to keep an eye on. $2.99, break of 3. Nope, this is churning. We need more buyers here. ALIM not looking bad, but need more buyers for high of day. Pre-market highs are 347. We got a midpoint around 22. High of day was at 99. It's pulling back into VWAP here. I wouldn't mind a dip on this stock, actually, looking at it. I think it actually looks pretty good. But, what was the low? 85? I might have already missed it doing that analysis. Yeah, it looks like I probably might have missed it. But, we talk about a stop, maybe a 10-cent stop, 75, if I'm in right there. ENVB, is it worth it over 31 here? Well, maybe we put 81. Is this just Titanicing? Okay, I'm gonna put. Where's 10 cents? If the volume gets too high, they'll cut it early. The other one is curling up. A really small size in here. ENVB curling up. I'm gonna miss the move through 30 here. Oh my goodness. Can we get a dip? A meaningful dip. No, we will not. I looked away and missed the move through 30. That's how it goes. I want to see this back above VWAP, this other one. You know what? I might cut. I'm gonna cut it up. I gotta focus on this other stock. Let's not be distracted. All right, 50. It's been hovering around 50 for now. Let's see. Will we break down and reclaim quickly? If we do, that'll be good. Doesn't seem like it wants to break down, so I'll give it a chance. Can I pull away right here? God. Do not fail me now. I'll take quick scalps. Just try and build up a little bit of a cushion. Highs at 70. It might give a bigger pullback at some point, though, so I have to be careful. There's a seller there, of course. I'm in 75. There's a seller 75. Let's see what it does. I'm always skeptical of high day trades these days because of that type of stuff. But you know, we just need to see good volume if we could still rip right through. Low of the last 53. I could definitely be firing out way more orders, but trying to be patient here. How's the 5 minute candle looking? It's new, it's young, it's fresh. We'll see if it does give a 5 minute pullback. If we get a 5 minute pullback today, you know, I gotta redeem myself from yesterday, man, coming out right before that big move. So I'm looking forward to it, as always. So we'll see if it decides to give a 5 minute pullback. If not, that's all right. But I'm watching for it if it comes down enough. Come on down, the price is right, but it's holding high. So we might get another test to the high 75. Hmm. ALIM is gonna curl back up. So I had a good thesis there, but just not holding it long enough. Watching at the other stock. I do not like to be in two positions at once. So I think it's gonna Titanic here. We had a high of 75 again. Double top. So now it's time to Titanic for a 5 minute pullback. That's my thesis here. So I'll be waiting patiently. Is ALIM worth a trade over 3 again? Maybe. Waiting patiently. If it's tight, it might be fast. Like if it just breaks down below 50 by a couple cents. But we'll see, you know, maybe it still continues to hold high. It all depends. The halt up is at 314, the halt down is at $2. Well, ALIM rejecting 3. CWD, how's that one looking? To the depths. GSIT still moving up, although with a spread. Fires, but then nothing. $22 loss, GSIT. Why is it so strong? Is there breaking news on GSIT? It's moving up fairly well, although I don't think it has enough attention yet. The pullback could be good. Pullback could be good. This other one does not want to dip. It doesn't want to dip below 50. It's holding tight on this wedge. If it pulls back to the lows under another rejection count, like a rejection candle, I wouldn't want to be heavy on the 5-minute pullback, although I think it's still necessary. But we did close red just now. Yeah, it's better if it just breaks out here, is what I think. It's better if we get the new high at this point. So hopefully we push up to 90. Come on, come on. Where are those bulls? This is it. Can we push up to 90? 85. Okay, not bad. Okay. No, what's with all this churn here? Not a great dip. Is it onto something here? Is it onto something? Wait, wait. Oh, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. There's a lot of churn here. Somebody covered. Are we running out of steam, or is it still building? This is an impressive bounce from that type of drop. So it makes me wonder if shorts got trapped down there. $37 is the pre-market highs and also VWAP. So I'd be buying that type of flush, right? Small size. But I did say if it pulls back with a big rejection candle, I don't want to take it with big size. It's better if the pullback happens before a rejection. It's stronger, right? Tricky. Very tricky. Where are we at? Okay. We had some losses though. 52. Today I'm gonna stay till 12. I'm gonna trade all the way till 12 p.m. So I'll probably stream till like 11, maybe 11:30. If we get another dip and it bounces, it would be good. ALIM, very resilient, curling back up to 290 again. Maybe if it gets over 310, it could really pull away. GSIT also looking decent, although a little spready. Sellers 25, GSIT. If it breaks, I might go long here. Now take me to the moon, please. Take me to the moon. Small trade, only 500 shares. GSIT, $50 trade. Was in 1,000 shares, but sold half pretty early as we weren't really seeing the breakaway. Is this finished? We still have Hive Day volume on a green candle, but I don't know. Rejecting 85 in that type of fashion isn't usually good. You know, or let's say the highs. This one could be finished. Or very crazy, mean double bottom. I don't know. I'll stay on the sidelines for now. I'm going to do a full rotation. Let's see. CWD, lower, not good. ENVB, down. GSIT, also pulling back here. IFBD, no good. WLGS, not the best day here, right? Not the best day. So right now we're still waiting to see if something else kind of comes up a bit. ALIM, I think, has good potential if it gets over 3. This is a stock that I would really love to be aggressive on. I think it's in the best position right now to make a move versus the rest. But it has to be strong. We've been seeing some weakness. So can this one take over as the main stock of the day? Take over for the late morning and push us into the afternoon with strong momentum, going up to 3 and then 4. ALIM. We're not asking for a lot, just the $1 a share move here. Compared to HKD, that's nothing. So break of 3, not much there. Back up and then right back. So I'll let it go, and then if it holds, I'll take it again. Can we break above and then hold above? So it's still struggling. Giving it time though, waiting patiently. Small scratch trade so far. Short sellers clinging on for dear life. They're on the ropes. They're on the ropes here. They're on the ropes. Once we start hitting 310, they cover their positions. And then 322 pre-market highs. Staring at us. Well, midpoint, and then 47 pre-market highs. So 350 really for pre-market highs. Is this it? Is this the beginning? Is this it? 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 It's holding high. I'll take a small starter. Relentless trader and his crystal ball. Of course, I got chopped out 10 times trying to get that trade. Yeah, let's be careful here. How low do we want to go? It's holding high though. I might take a loss here. Come on, give us something decisive. Wow, they filled me at the highs. They filled me at the highs, man. And it's gonna flush anyways. Well, not the move to 350 that I would want, but come on. That's a loss we did not want to take. $300 loss. From looking good to not looking good in a second. I wanted to drop down to 3. I thought was good. Pulling back into the previous high. And then slingshot back up. Well, this is day trading for us. Our bias can change in the blink of an eye. Nice clean move to then Titanic. So the short sellers, I don't know if they gained back some confidence there around 10, but come on. The risk for me in that trade is like 5 cents. And here I am losing 20 cents plus on a trade because it goes down so fast. In at 06, out at 85. 20-cent loss. 1,500 shares. P&L, after that, we are now up 222 bucks. So, not great. Definitely didn't see that type of a drop. Sometimes you can't avoid them. So, waiting again. Back to waiting again. Oh man, the Discord. Steve, man, I was aiming, I was aiming for, I was aiming for the flush. So 302, 303. I'm in at 6. When I bought, it was flushing down, so I should have had a low fill. I got, I mean, it's not bad if we curl back up to, 10, 15, 20, but still, if you can get the extra couple of cents. GSIT, ENVB. Yeah. Do I walk away now and just take the 200 bucks? Maybe thinking about it. Although, I want to stick around till 12. The next 30 minutes will let me know what to do. So we'll be patient. Oh man. Yeah, AJ, it's not a problem, man. It's all part of all part of the game here, all part of the deal. I felt so good. I felt so good seeing the move to 310. That's what really gives me confidence to get in, right? It makes me think, yes, exactly what I expected happened just happened. Now it's gonna pull back, and then we're gonna get back to 20, maybe another small consolidation, 330, and then but it wasn't meant to be. But that expectation is from data over the years, like stocks in this type of range with this type of consolidation. If we get the breakout, what's likely, what's not likely. I have been taking big size on this trade, but today I didn't do it, right? The last like 3 times, you know, for me it's like if it cracks back down below 99, for a quick breakdown, let's say, 97, 96, like I'd want to be in with big size to then hold a little longer, for the move back to 22, but not good. It also comes down to volatility too. Like this market we've been in has been very volatile. Typically, if we make the move to 22 under like slower market conditions, I wouldn't want to see it back below 305. But because things are so volatile these days, look at ALIM. Well, not ALIM. What's the other one? ENVB. Yeah, ENVB went from 85 to 37 and then back up to 60, in like one candle. So, trying to account for the volatility, it's like, okay, I'll still buy it lower, even though we kind of retraced the entire move, but still expecting the pullback to bounce, right? So I'm gonna keep rotating. I'm gonna keep an eye on the charts, keep an eye on the scans. I'll check out the chat here in a little bit as well. The flushes are the only thing, man. Yeah, GSIT, it's kind of curling a little bit. Why is this on two things? Let's pull this back. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Let me check my fill on this CWD resumption, by the way, because I thought, oh yeah, mm-mm-mm. Getting filled on the ask, man. Tell you. Sometimes it always the fill always matters, but sometimes you don't care because of how much stock can go up. It's like if I'm in 40 cents higher than I would want to be, if the stock makes a $2 share move, then I'm up 2 grand. It's like, okay, 40 cents, whatever. But still matters, right? So ENVB slowly and steadily right back to the highs. Slowly and steadily. I mean, what a volatile day. And so are we going to expect another big red candle here soon to get right back down to the lows? What are the odds we see new highs here? So I'm looking at this, I'm kind of skeptical. Nothing has proven any sort of long-term consistency to the upside. So the market is saying relentless, big red candle coming soon. Do I even want to touch this? I need to be confident if I'm going to be trading, and this market isn't really making me super confident here. 75 was resistance earlier. So far we got a high of 74. So if we consolidate below the level again, okay, no big deal, but we got to hold above it if we get above it. And hopefully with high of day volume. So we got to push more than 4 million shares on a 5-minute candle. That would set the tone for a good reset and let us know without any doubt that there's some good strength here. As buyers load up into the move. Some of you guys are aggressive. You're already involved here, active in and out. some holding maybe a little lower. It's flagging so far, so let's see. I'm a bull at heart, so I'm hoping we see $3 here. Next stop. So the moment it breaks 75 and holds above 75, that's the moment I get involved. So waiting patiently here. KB is a bull at DNA. KB, a bull from birth. A bull from birth. Relentless trader is a bull when he needs to be. But I'm also a bear. That's what's going on, and those are the opportunities that we're seeing with shares available, right? ETB, easy to borrow. I will take an occasional short trade for a scalp or something. So here we are, 70. Again, can we get above 75 and hold above 75? If we do, I think I get involved. That loss was not good for us. So here we go, 75. Come on, do not fail us here. Would have been nice to get it lower, but come on, push through. There's a small bid, but didn't really do much. Scratch trades. Whenever it makes a move over the level, it's always holding high. But watching volume, same way, right? Either high or low for me, high or low, high or low. It's saying 15 is the high. I didn't see that, but okay. What will it be? It must not fail here. If it pulls back, if it fails, I will take a loss. It cannot afford to fail. It has to hold up its levels. Oh, we'll take the loss there. Not quite ready. Misread in level 2. Again, we've been holding high. The low of the consolidation here has been 85. There's a wall. Come on. They're buying it up, but then not quite. Okay, here we go. 98, 98, 96. Titanic. Where's the volume? Bro, what is this nonsense? It keeps happening. It keeps happening every time. Why does that keep happening? It's random too. You know, the day I get caught in that in a flush, oh man, it's not gonna be good. I bought and sold 500 times plus this week. It didn't come up, and now it's coming up here. I need to try something here. Let's see. Let's take one share. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? No, no, that's not what it is. I'm thinking maybe I'm selling before I get filled. I don't know. But yet the system usually registers every entry. Oh, this is gonna be the death of me. So we got a low of 82. Part of my problem, well, I guess I can do I, and it's on dual screen, so rewinding is not even gonna work. But part of the problem is that I'm in the trade at the time trying to get out. So I don't even look to read this thing. I just get it off the screen so I can get out of trade, right? Every second it could be costly. I do like it down here if it pulls back. Again, the main thing is that it cannot afford to fail, right? If it fails, I still take a loss here. Low of 82. High of the last is 91. This one, it's strange how it doesn't really give a bigger pullback, but it is what it is. It's holding up. How's the overall market doing? It's 1023. Waiting patiently here, waiting patiently. Waiting patiently, trying not to fall asleep. Because if we blink and it gives the entry, we'll miss it. Literally. Keeping my hands on the buy button, staying sharp. If the volume comes to the upside, we can get in. If not, I'll keep waiting. But it needs to be ready for that curl back over 3. If not, it's kind of just, still sideways. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel as well. We go live each and every weekday morning. Wanted to give it a chance there, but coming back down a bit. Yeah, we go live each and every weekday morning around 9:15 a.m. We are the most transparent trader on YouTube, right? No tricks, no gimmicks. Big green trades, big red trades, everything in between. Nothing to hide. It's like it's still struggling. I'm going to be a little active here if it keeps holding above 3. Because we could see a good breakout if they start to cover. But there's a lot of selling. Yeah. Oh, okay. Can we see the pull away? Still churning. 2, 4, 3, 3. It usually comes after something like dramatic, There's 2 again. These buyers not doing anything. Not Titanic, all you do. Small trades. Oh, I should have held that half. Come on, come on, come on. This is it. This is it. This is it. Now or never. Take us to the moon. Take us to the moon. It might flush down too because we're not pulling away and the volume is already here. So tricky. I'm gonna come down to 1K shot, 1K size in case I take the dip and it's a Titanic flush. 13, 13, 12, 8, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2. Okay, 2 on the bids. Watching this back. Can we see this back at 15? We'll take just something off right here just to be safe. But can we see 15? I'll take it off, but it's still holding though. It's still holding. Just taking small cents at a time. Small cents. 30 bucks here, 20 bucks there, 50 bucks there. It's adding up. But we have to avoid a big loss because then we go right back down. We're not seeing big winners. High point is at 20, but we got to break this blue line here and just rip to the moon. Let me actually put it back in frame over here. So a low of 3. You know, the 5-minute candle made the new high. Right now we're trying to see if we can get a new high of day. Okay. Oh, I hate when that happens. Can we see it? 30. Oh no. Oh no. And I added. Man. Mm-mm-mm. Not good. Is this backside? I thought it was ready to go. Man, it's like they're looking so good and then just immediately not. It's holding up though. The low is 11. Jeez Louise. 15, 14, 16. Might try again. Maybe not. Not yet. It didn't flush all the way, so it's making me think it wants to try again. Mm-mm-mm. Usually right there, we tap 20 again. So 30, tap 20, and then to the moon. 30, 35, 40, 50. Big drop. You know, it's held up so well that I thought the drop wasn't going to happen. So it makes the new high, then drops. So here we go. It's 20. Again, might try again here. Come on, hold up, hold up. Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? They'll have to cover at some point. They'll have to cover at some point. 35, 40. There's some covering. I want an aggressive big move. I'm also not quite in sync as I should be, which isn't great. Volume taking an eternity in those areas. So let's see. That was 35. We had 30 already. Are we ready to try the highs again? I'm only selling so fast in those areas because of what the level 2 is showing me. Right? I just need to see some more decisiveness with buying, and I'll be holding those areas. Okay, not bad there. Not Titanic. If we hold above 55, I'll be back in. There's a 10,000 share bid, but it doesn't really push us up all the way. You know, it is a small order though. 54, 55, 55, 55. Come on, 70. Cover, cover, cover. We need the short sellers to cover here. Cover and take us to the moon. Cover and take us to the moon. Take us to the moon. So waiting again, we got 72 for the highs. When the big ones start to cover is where the stock should like fly. Thinking the smaller ones are covering right now because they just can't afford to hold. Some people they'll keep adding though because you know they got the big accounts and they're still holding. Although I wouldn't know why. 72. Or am I expecting too much out of the stock? Which one is it? Mm, 85, 85, 84, 87, 88. Is it gonna go? Is it gonna go to the moon? Yes, it is. But can we break 4? Wait, come on, talk to us nicely here for break of 4. Is this it? Is this it? I'm gonna hold for this halt. I think it's gonna get halted. Will we see it? Nope, 95. I'll be out scratch. The halt moved up to 20. Highs at 11. How big does the drop need to be if it drops? Is that good enough? Probably not. Or maybe. Because it's not dropping. And there's a hidden buyer there, I think. Paper hands, I didn't hold it. Not great. I want to see it back up immediately in those areas. So we're approaching 428, which is another potential level. Buy the weakness. But the weakness is not bouncing. Maybe a little too much weakness here. Or just paper hands. Paper hands. It's bouncing. 81. Those areas are dicey though, because when it drops, it's a flush. It's not a soft drop. Like 90% of the times. Okay, we got a little 411 again, but we're still here, mid 70s. We need a new low. If it's a soft break, it should be pretty good. If it flushes, it depends on how far down it goes. Looks like a soft break. Yay, nay. No buying. Okay, there's the buying. There's some green. You know, I had the instinct to add, but I just took it off instead. Maybe I'm too conservative these days. There's a small bid. Might be a little too conservative these days, guys. Trading too soft. So you got a high of 411. All right. I had the instinct to add. I'm like, you know what, man? Let's just take it off. 97, 98. Because it's a nice soft breakdown. Come on. Barely out in time before that 10-cent drop. So do we need to come back down again? What's the candlestick saying? It is extended, right? The stock is extended, so I want to be careful this time. Seems like some people are still buying. Yeah, some people are still buying it here. Mm, mm, Too hesitant. There's a bid there. If it pulls back, what's reasonable? That's the question here. Loss right there. It's grinding down, right? It's not like a big drop like last time. Makes it harder to tell where the low should be. And we also have a topping wick on that big green candle with high day volume. So maybe it's starting to get to back to the backside. We also still have to consider backside, right? Maybe I size down again. Again, it's like we don't want to get caught in another $500 loss type of thing. So we got to kind of manage the risk. Maybe size down right here again for me, and then if it curls back up, then I could look to get a little bit more aggressive again. It is extended, but I don't like how this candle closed as a topping tail doji. If not, I would have been buying this dip still. There's a new candle on the one. There might be a bigger dip coming, which could provide a small entry, a small trade rather. But of course, there'll be a lot of risk. So you gotta weigh the options. If you think you can give at least 15, 20 cent bounce with a 10 cent drop from where you're going in, maybe. But yeah, I think it's on the backside. I'm gonna ease off. I'll take my hands off the buy button, take a break. P&L, we got ourselves back up to 1K, or back, well, let's say back to highs and then over 1K, so pretty good. Right now, we're just being patient, waiting to see what it does. The candle that just closed on the 5 is not a good candle. It's a weak candle, really. But the stock is still strong relative to, what's going on, right? We're still up 130%. I think this is it here, though. Like, this is enough. Like, 46 is enough. So, is it going to confirm to this kind of range? Or, you know, or is it going to need more? Can we bounce here? LMD is in the building. LMD is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Check out LMD's channel if you have not already. Another long-time supporter of the channel. He also trades options too, I believe. So if you're, yeah, well, he definitely trades options. So if you're also into options, right, you can check him out. Another day trader here in the community. When I come down to Florida, I got a lot of you guys I gotta check out, man. So we're just waiting patiently to see if this thing crawls back up. The volume here on this red candle so far is not bad, but we did have a lot of selling volume, on this top and tail here. What is this, like a gravestone doji, right? Whatever these weird names that they have for these candlesticks. I just say top and tail, shooting star. Some people also call it a reverse hammer, right? There's a few names. In the course, we actually go over all these names that you'll hear. But what it means is the important thing, right? Is that it's really saying, hey, there's a lot of weakness. A lot of people who are in from early, it seems like they sold into that candle. That's the only reason we're coming down with that type of wick. Because if people are still holding, the candle closes as a solid body candlestick, right? And then we stand a chance at curling back up as buyers kind of recycle and shorts maybe continue to cover. Time is 10:44. Yeah, it might they'll cover somewhere, right? The people who are short will cover somewhere. So it might give a nice bounce eventually, but the answer is where. Maybe the first 1 minute candle to make the new high, which we haven't had since this drop started. It probably bounces up nicely. I could probably prep a small. I'm not really into these type of trades. I'll probably prep a small order, see if it works. So 39, there's 40. We'll see if it does hold up. Well, 35, can we bounce? If not, tight stop right here. Yeah, well, not good. We made a new high by 2 cents, and that's it. Looks like it still needs more pullback. Maybe at 320, which was that previous high of day, or previous resistance rather. So far, 27 for a low. I could try it one more time, but can we at least get like a 15-cent bounce, right? If people are covering early here. We are still extended, which is also another thing to consider. So the bounce could not come until later, maybe even 290 at VWAP. Stock is still up like crazy. All right, we went from $2 up to 4, and we're just at 336 coming down. So low of 25, high of 38, 13 cents right there. Okay, not a bad bounce. I'm gonna miss it. So there's some people covering some shares. To the depths it goes. Okay, this is where I do consider shutting it down, right? This is where I do consider shutting it down. It's a nice green day. I do want to stick around though, and see what happens later into the morning. I feel like I've been walking away from some momentum, like XELA yesterday. I saw the guys trading. It's like, okay, maybe I could have, started with small size and do something there. And a 61,000 share seller at 350. 61,000 shares hanging out at 350 right here. I think this is an aggressive short seller. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think. Maybe it's someone who's also now going short. If this is the short, if this is the bounce, right, the covering, this is only bouncing up because people are taking some sort of small short-term profits. So it's like, let's say it gets back to 60, it's heavy, it comes back down. It's not a bad place to go short with a stop at high of day, right? It's a 60 cents of risk, risking 60 cents to potentially make, low of day, I'm assuming would be the target. Low of day is at $2. So, making $1.50, risking 60 cents, and let's see, pre-market lows, if it happens to just really tank throughout the rest of the day, 163. It's not bad risk to reward, but it's definitely a big time position, right? You gotta be expecting to lose 25 grand. Some people really, they don't mind, man. Some people, they really throw the share size out there. How much money is this, right? Oh, was it 55 or 6? I think 60,000 shares even. My math is horrible, so I'll just use my calculator. $200,000 position. which is actually not that bad. It's not that much, but still, you know. Now, but imagine though, it gets back to the highs and that person covering over four, giving us all that nice buying power. Now we start to squeeze into a halt potentially. I wouldn't trust it though unless it gets overhyped day. It's still looking all right, but I think overhyped day is what's necessary. Did the shares get filled or did they cancel? I can't tell. I wasn't looking. KT, man, how did you do today? Mr. Man, 833, nicely done. Wait, what? What happened in Discord? What am I seeing here? Oh my goodness. Okay, I thought I saw Save saying he's up 900K. I'm about to say what? But it's just a joke it looks like they were making there. Marcelo, 4K on the day. Yeah, Marcelo, man. Marcelo, and then we had a big drop here. $3. So, in hindsight, if you are filled 50,000 shares to go short 350, just like that, the trade is looking sweet. Can this continue to break down? But anyhow, Marcelo, right? For those of you on this channel who are not familiar with Marcelo, Marcelo is the other teacher at MMU, right? We created the course together. And so you guys can check out his channel, Mighty Stocks on YouTube. Marcelo has been doing, 4K days like every day the last like 3 months. So, Mighty Stocks on YouTube. You can check out the live recaps that he does. He always shows at least a few live trades throughout the videos. And of course, you can check out his, the actual uploads as well, right? But yeah, the guy's been doing like 4, 5, 6, 7K every day the last like 3 months. And before that, like $1,000 day average. So be sure to check out Mighty Stocks Marcelo, right? Another trader you guys can also check out is Crispy Trades. I can pull up his channel as well. Shout out Crispy Trades, who's on vacation. I think he said he went to Europe. Crispy Trades, another trader in the Discord, and a moderator in the Discord as well, right? You guys can check out Crispy Trades. I can post the link into the stream for you guys. Crispy Trades, another, spectacular trader, right? This guy is even, bigger gains. But for I always say this for everyone in the learning curve, the market will be here, right? XELA from yesterday hitting the scans. XELA, this could be worth it. You can start off with some small size here. Hold that thought about posting those links. Let's get it up top. That person, if they're in 60,000 shares at 50 or 55, whatever it was, right now they're up like 25,000 in a trade. And they're just hanging out chilling to see what happens next. XELA. This is a stock from a while ago, years, I think. Still in play, still kind of, I'm noticing there's a small spread, 6 cents, which isn't great for me. The first thing I'm noticing. You know what? Let me grab these links here. Crispy trades. And we can post it into the Discord too. Crispy trades. LMD, I'll grab your link as well. Right. I did shout out LMD earlier. Let's see, Mighty Stocks. Marcelo wanted the name Mighty Marcelo, but someone already had that name, and the person has a channel with a dog or something like that. He said. There's a lot of people in the Discord in our community in general who are on YouTube. Of course, the list might be a little too long to go through everyone right here, right now. I also follow LMD on Instagram, and it looks like he was on a nice vacation, right? So I was doing my part, hitting that thumbs up, right? It's part of trading, so that we can also travel and trade, or when we get to the other side, right? When we get to the other side, we know it's hard, we know it takes time, right? We go through the learning curve, on days like today, when you see the guys like me, Marcelo, Crispy, the other traders who've been trading for a while that are green, it's not a matter of feeling FOMO. It's not a matter of, feeling like you need to rush the process. The market will be here. The market will be here, right? It was here before us. It'll be here after us. So it's a matter of just taking your time, going at your own pace, improving, building experience, building confidence, and if you can get to the other side and get to that consistency, right, it really becomes good, right? It really becomes good. You can continue to do, your other business, your other projects, your day job, and if you can get that schedule where you can trade the first hour or two, at 9:30, the market open, you can really have a lot of extra income, right? Uh, so, slow and steady wins the race. No need for FOMO. The market will be here. The hot and cold cycles will continue. When this cycle turns over, it'll be a few more weeks, a few more months. The next cycle starts again, and then over and over and over and over. So it'll be here 5 years from now, 10, 20 years from now. It's just a matter of putting in the work. Yeah, guys, so check out those links there. Check out those links. And we'll shut it down soon. It seems like everything is pulling back, even XELA here also kind of dropping. So ENVB might be one to keep an eye on. If it curls back over 50 and then, so forth. XELA actually getting halted down. Ali, always, man, anytime. We're all in a different place, with our trading, our experience, our journey, our goals. Some people are just looking at, can I get that extra $150, $300 a day from the markets? So when it comes to your lap time, right? This is another thing to always remember. Never compare your lap time with somebody else's lap time, right? Just continue to try to beat yourself. Race your own ghost and continue to improve as an individual. And the more consistent we can become with ourselves, the more consistency we'll see in the market. Vitali, what's going on, man? I'm surprised the Celtics lost this game one. I think that they're the better team. I had it, five 5 games, Celtics winning. but maybe I have to adjust those expectations. I felt like without Tyler Hero, you know, the Heat's not having the firepower off the bench. I thought they would have had a hard time. So surprisingly, as ENVB is getting back over 350, that big seller that was there might be in trouble. Yeah, I think Celtics are more talented. I still have them winning, but maybe it goes to six. But we'll see. If Jimmy Butler somehow gets it done, I mean, we'll have to really, really, really put some respect on him this time, for sure. But my Lakers, you know, my LeBron, well, not even Lakers. I don't even care about the Lakers, but the GOAT James, right? Wherever LeBron go, I go. He can go back to Cleveland tomorrow. That's where I'll be. GOAT James will take care of them, as he always does. So let's see, ENVB back up. Round two? I think so. I'm gonna get my hands back on the buy button. I'm gonna start with some small size, just 1,000 shares minimum here, and then let's try and get back involved here. It looks like it means business. This is good. This could be a huge bear trap. Good fill right there, as I'm buying a little late. For those of you who are not actively trading, right, that have pets, that have like dogs in particular, like let me know how the experience is. I've always thought about getting a dog before, right? But my neighbor now has 2 or 3 dogs, and I don't know, man. I don't know. I do not know. Had me thinking twice. Are we holding up or not? Probably, let's give it some time here. I'll get back out, give it some time. Okay, it looks like it is holding up so far. Yeah, if you're living in like an apartment or something, you probably need one of those smaller dogs, right? If you got a big backyard and all that stuff, it's a little different, right? Your own house, nice gate and stuff, fence. I think a pullback here is okay, but let's see how far it goes down. 35. Small starter here. Okay, 35 at the lows. I'll stop, take a loss. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, it seems like 35 actually might have been the lows. Maybe I'm out a little too early. Gotta get back. We need to get back over 50 and then gain volume here. Yeah, it's gonna turn out to be a good entry. Kind of chopped out. So can we get back over 50 and then we want to see the break of 60 eventually? It might take some time though. That's the only thing. So we got to be patient here. We might be standing here till 12 o'clock indeed. And we also want to make sure it's not, kind of failing here. So can we hold up 35, which I think is a fair pullback, and 50 and then 60 again? Dogs are a blessing. Dogs are a blessing and a curse. 10 years lifespan. Oh no, this is not good. This drop here is not good. I had in South America, we had like 5 dogs, and it's a different lifestyle down there. Like, very different, man. There's no such thing as suing people and stuff like that didn't exist, and probably still doesn't exist. So, it's like the wild, wild west. You'll have dogs, your gates will be open, your yard, just crazy stuff. And the dogs will be out everywhere, roaming around for miles, coming back. Who knows what they're doing? I know this probably sounds crazy and terrible and awful, but that's just how it is down there. It's like that's what was normal. And so, I mean, a lot of people will have experience getting chased by dogs, getting bitten by dogs. I've gotten bitten by a dog before. It's just part of growing up down there, right? Again, different lifestyle, different, just totally different. Um, yeah, I one of my dogs, sad story, got hit by a police van, and partially my own fault, right? Leash, like having a leash, like those type of things down there back when in those day and ages, I'd never seen a leash once in my life down there. So you can only imagine the type of madness. Dogs are not trained properly. Again, the wild, wild west. But anyhows, uh, the dog had something on its fur, that was smelling. And so we were trying to get him, to kind of, bait him. He gets beneath the gate where there was like a bit of a gap, gets out. We're trying to chase him down. He runs into the road, and then that was it. Terrible, man. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Like, I I wouldn't even describe how graphic it was. Back then I was like 7. So yeah, not good. Not good at all. But to switch up the vibes a little bit, not to bring, not to be a downer here, but yeah, I was thinking maybe at some point in the future, right? When I buy this house, it's like, maybe I get a dog, but I don't know. Cleaning up poop, I wouldn't be looking forward to doing that. Most large dogs need to be active. If you're an active person, then it's easy, which I am. I like walking and jogging, stuff like that. Time consuming. Vets are expensive. Man, South America is not a real, well, let's say Guyana is not a real place, man. Again, if we haven't seen a leash, you can forget about a vet. I I don't think I've ever heard of someone taking their dog to a vet, or if there were even vets at all. Like, I mean, man, the lifestyle down there, very, 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 very different. And those of you who are from the islands, you'll know what I'm talking about for sure. A cat, I had a cat as well before. Cat a lot easier. Cats be going crazy sometimes though, man. You look back there on the countertop, knocking off the glass and stuff. Vet, ooh, man. Okay, maybe it's time to get out of here. Maybe it's time to get out. I'll come back power hour, and see if there's anything moving. The overall market is a little flat today. Nasdaq up over 1%. S&P 500 0.6, and Dow a tenth of a percent. Day trading, man. I mean, I don't know. This is how I feel, right? This is how I feel about trading. I feel like the markets will be here for a long, long time, and I think that it'll only continue to get more liquid. That's how it's been so far since I've been here. You know, ultimately, it seems like the way how this world works, things are fixed, right? When it comes to money, at least, it seems like things are fixed. I don't know if that's gonna ever change. The people who've designed and laid the foundation, the skeleton of this society, this capitalistic society, you gotta give credit where credit is due. What they have done has been brilliant, and the system is set a certain way, and if you understand how to maneuver, you can make progress. But it's not easy. But you can make progress. And when it comes to the market, this is one of the greatest accumulations of wealth that we've ever seen, right? One third of the world's wealth passes through the markets every day. So I think this will be here for a long, long, long time. I don't know what it'll take for this to go away. I mean, something catastrophic, really, right? Um, but I think it'll be here for a while, so there'll be opportunities, right? Whether even if that requires adjusting, changing, improving, I think the markets will be here. So we have a lot to look forward to. We have to continue working on ourselves to be better and to have that mastery over our emotions, to give ourselves a chance. And in doing so, we'll really, 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 really feel good about who we are and the improvements that we'll make as individuals, right? Just becoming more disciplined and having more control, because that it can help us not only in trading but in other situations, right? Like road rage and these type of things. Like you're before you know it, you're so calm. Like you know how to communicate, how to act, what to do, what not to do, things like that. And if we can get to the other side and become consistent, I mean, it's really and truly something else. We touched on this a few days ago. To be here and to be up, $900 in an hour, it is impressive and ridiculous at the same time. Based off of what is perceived to be normal when it comes to having a day job. And we've heard this from most of us have heard this, right? It's like, hey, make sure you go to school and like be able to get a good job, so that you can like be able to sustain yourself, provide stuff like that. And there are these fields like trading that are a little bit more, if you want to say, unorthodox or just different, right? And then depending on who you are, where you're coming from, right? It'll be normal for some of you guys, but it's to the point where despite being at this level of success where I'm at now, I regularly still have people in my family saying, hey, you should go back to school, right? Because for them, that's what they know as success, is being like a doctor or something, being a lawyer. Like that's what success is. But I understand that. It's something that they've been hearing for years, decades, right? So when something like trading, kind of, comes out of the blue, they're not familiar with it, and here I am doing it, and it's still ridiculous to even me, to be up at $900 here in an hour, just standing here in my room. It's truly madness. Understanding what $1,000 is in this day and age, right? It's still a lot of money, even with this high inflation. It's a lot of money. Here we are, 350 again. So now we're seeing an ABCD. What's the high point? 62. We meet again. And back down again. Is it gonna flush out big? Yeah, this trading thing is really, really insane, man. When I first started, I never had doubts, right? I, I did have doubts as I continued trading, when I had hard times, going through months like October 2020, some months in the sim, May 2019, I think was another month I remember, where I'm breaking rules, doing things I'm not supposed to, and not even being able to recognize who I am. Sitting there asking myself, am I mad? Literally, like I've done this before. Like I literally sat there, it's like what is wrong with me when I kept breaking the rules over and over. I mean, the doubts definitely came in those, points in time. But when I started doing it, I didn't think that I couldn't do it, right? In fact, I've never been that type of person ever. I've never been the person to say that I can't do it. I always look at something and think I can do it. I just have to learn how to do it. It's a very interesting way to approach something new, right? Like it's like if starting tomorrow I had a burning passion to be a mechanic. It's like, it's like I can learn how to do that. Like I can even go, if my finances and like situation can allow me to go work for free, like I can do that. I can sign up to some sort of like, technical institute for that type of work. It's like there's nothing telling me that I can't go do that, right? So that's kind of the mindset. It's just a matter of how long is it going to take. And some things take some time, right? And that's the mindset I've always had. That's always who I've viewed myself as, whether in school or video games or sports or like it doesn't matter what it is. And I'm also very competitive too, which helps. It's like, you know, I think I can be, humbly, right? I have to humbly say this. It's like I think I can be the best, right? And we all need to feel that way. We all should feel that way. We all have to feel that way. We have to believe that we're the best. That's the only way you can really, you know, have the motivation, right? We have to believe that we're the best, and we have to do everything that's possible that we know of to ensure success. And that way we're not cheating ourselves. And in the end, we're not going to have any regrets. If I go to university, if I decide I want to do something, let's say I do want to go and be a CPA, and I go to university, and I don't study every night, I don't do the assignments, I'm not participating in the lectures, the projects and stuff like that, then what in the world do I expect out of it, right? So we got to make sure we do everything that's necessary here. And what's necessary isn't really a lot. We show up, we trade. We're also understanding that we have to record our trading so we can review it. And it doesn't mean, let's say you trade for 2 hours, you don't have to watch the entire 2 hour thing. You can skip, a minute before the key trades throughout the day. Watch those areas. You might have watched that 15 minutes there. You spend another 15 minutes going over the charts or things like that, your metrics for the day or for the week, whatever it might be. And that screen time is building. You might check out my recap or live trading. You might check out Marcelo's recap or live trading, right? And you're essentially building experience, building screen time. Okay, I'm trading similar to these guys. What are they looking for in the fundamentals, right? What are the fundamentals, like the foundation of what makes the pattern works? cutting the losses, having a risk in place. There's always a plan. You should always have a profit target and a stop loss. The trade where I took, like everything, I don't say every single thing out loud, but know that there's always a stop loss in every single trade that I go in. Before I even go into the trade, even if it's a scalp trade where I'm in and out in an instant, there's a plan. So when I'm in, my stop is 5 cents. I blink, I look back, I'm down 20 cents. Well, this is way past my stop. If I could have been out sooner, I would have been out sooner. But here I am right now. Okay, this is now beyond, weakness. I am gonna take this 20-cent loss, or let's call it a 15-cent loss, right? It's just what it is. It happens sometimes. You move on. It's not personal. You watch for the next trade, right? We got to really be disciplined about it, and that consistency can come over time. And again, wrapping around the conversation, bringing it back, it really is impressive. Whether it's $50 a day, even 20, like $10 a day, $20 a day, $50 a day in the green, it means a lot. Even for those people who are break even, it means a lot, right? And of course, if you're in the learning curve, we understand. You keep the diligence, you keep persisting, you keep, improving, you keep eliminating the mistakes. That's the way to go. We have to take the small victories, right? Even if you get to break even, there's a victory in that as well. Because even when you're break even, they say so many people are struggling and are losing. If you're break even, it means that you're doing something right. Whether it's managing risk, things like that. And so it's a matter now of, okay, can I get the other side of it? Improving on the other side of it to now get green. So we take the small victories, we keep pushing forward, and we got to think that we can do it, right? We got to believe in ourselves. And it's like, who's relentless? If he could do it, it must mean that other people can potentially do it, right? So, you have to also know yourself, understand yourself. Um, you have to be very aware of who you are. And I always like to think people can change and improve. But if for some reason, you feel like there's something just fundamentally that's, maybe bigger than trading, like it's something that's just deeply rooted, bigger than trading. You've been taught this thing your entire life for 50 years, 30 years, 20 years, and you think it's very hard to like revert. And if that is something that's stopping you from being where you need to be, then you have a decision you have to make, right? Because at the end of the day, there's other fields. It's not like this is the only thing in the world that can generate income. There are other fields out there. I mean, countless other fields. And there could be other fields that can complement certain things, right? Or let's say better suited. So it just depends. And then you just make the decision, right? Okay, you know what? I learned a lot here. I approached the market in a very safe and methodical way, so I didn't lose anything crazy. Maybe lost some risk money, or I traded in a sim. And you can't even say that you lost time because it's just part of the deal. It's part of the risk. We can go start up a store selling fruits tomorrow. It can fail in the first 2 years. Like 80% of businesses fail here in the States. It's just a learning experience, right? We don't look at it as a failure or like a loss. It's just a learning experience. We become better. We move forward. So, that's what it's all about, right? Doing whatever is necessary to ensure success in our lives. So, just know that if you are doing $10 a day, it's a matter of share size. If you're doing $50 a day, it's a matter of share size. If you're doing, $500 a day, $50 a day, it doesn't matter. If you can take those same exact trades and have the same exact reactions, it's like you need a mental amp, mental boost. Not looking at the P&L and worrying about what it will mean if you take the loss. You don't develop any hesitation because you're using bigger size. So if you're using 50 shares, right? Or let's put it like this, right? If you don't realize your quantity in your order entry window and you're actually taking 500 shares, but you're used to taking 50 shares, but you don't know, you'll be treating the trade the exact same way. Let's say you happen to just have a nice green day. At the end, you look over at the end of the day, oh my gosh, I'm up 500 bucks. I thought I was up 50. But you just didn't realize. So, you just treated the trade the same way. And that's what share size is. You know, we understand, logically why some people do have issues, right? You're going in with more weight, right? So you got to get to the point where you're just comfortable. So it's why we say slowly size up if that's the case, where you can expand the comfort zone without, feeling it too much. It becomes normal after a while. Your comfort zone is now expanded. You're used to more risk. So if you're doing $10 a day, that is a huge victory because then now it's just share size. So that's the focus, right? That's the focus. Can you consistently make money every day? It doesn't matter what the money is. And then once you have that dialed in, the system dialed in, from there is where you can then work on then share size. And like I said, more than likely the market is here every day. It'll be here tomorrow, unless this entire world just ceases to exist. It'll be here next week, Monday. It'll be here next year. It'll be here the year after that. And so you guys get the point, right? So slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady. There's no rush, slow and steady. And, we start to improve. So I think this is where I'm going to end it. Is, we're getting closer to 12. Maybe I keep an eye out for this ENVB, but I'm not too sure if it curls back up. If it does, I'll keep my charts open so I can see it. But I think I'm going to head downstairs for some strawberries. Unfortunately, the last batch of pineapples that got sliced up went bad almost immediately. I don't know what happened there, but... Alright, guys, take it easy. Dash, catch you later. Stay safe, stay green. It's been Relentless Trader. I'll keep an eye on ENVB here throughout the late morning and early afternoon, and we'll see if it does curl back up. It seems like it's still holding. It's being resilient, so we'll keep an eye. I'll start off with small size, just 500 shares, and then we'll slowly increase share size if we can, connect and just get back into a good rhythm with the stock. So if you're going the distance, continue to trade smart, continue to trade setups. And be sure to, of course, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you're a new viewer. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, Wildcard Friday, 9:15 a.m. sharp, for another beautiful day. All right, stay safe, stay green. I'm signing out.